What's up, guys? This is John Vickers, and this is your Monday Motivation. I'm happy to have you here on this great Monday. Um, Man, it's been a crazy week for me. Crazy week for me. A lot of stuff going on. Kids doing a lot of stuff, and we're coming towards the end of summer. And a couple weeks ago, I went to Las Vegas for this business conference, and I it was crazy, right? I felt like while I was at this business conference that I was out of my league. I actually was there with a woman who her and her husband actually own a team in the TBL basketball league, and here I am, really for the most part trying to train athletes, and she owns a team, and I was thinking, man, like I'm so out of my league. Like I don't deserve to be here. At the same time, I'm thinking like I'm by far the brokest person in this room as well. All high producers, that I was with. But the thing is when I was with this group of people, like their level of thought and their thought processes and the way that they articulated things and have taken action to do things was different. It was just so much different than I see from other people. Like, these people were go-getters, they were action takers, they went and did things. They went and created things. Like, people were creating things as we were sitting there. One guy had just purchased this mansion down in Texas, and he's holding masterminds at this mansion, calling it the Mastermind Mansion, making money based off from just holding these masterminds at this house that he bought. And he bought this house to host these masterminds. For me, like, I started thinking, man, like, I am thinking way too small. I'm thinking way too small. I'm thinking about each individual person. I'm thinking about what small thing can I do to make a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there. And I'm with a bunch of people that are thinking big. They're thinking big. And because of that, because of my time with them and my opportunity to be with these people that were thinking big, it made me think even bigger. And I came out of this conference with these ideas that I didn't have before. These ideas of doing things that I'm doing at a bigger scale, but creating more impact because of how they are and what they are. And it excites me. It excites me a lot because there's so much opportunity out there for some of these people that I'm working with that they have no idea about. And parents should understand this idea even more so than the athlete, because there's a lot of opportunity. And I'll get into this later at a different point, and I've started talking about it a little bit on my social media, really a lot. So if you want to learn a little bit more about what I'm talking about, you can go to my Facebook, John Vickers, or you can go to Instagram at Explosive Performance Academy, and you can find out a little bit more about that. But one thing that I want to talk to you about is this idea of thinking bigger, being able to think more about what's possible for you. You might have grown up in a small town. You might still live in a small town now. You might have grown up with parents that didn't have money, and you were always just scraping by, living paycheck to paycheck. Like me, I had always thought that my parents were just living paycheck to paycheck, and anything extra was extra special, which it was, and it felt that way. But at the same time, that same mindset carried over to me and my family, and thinking about money being very scarce, which money is not scarce. Money is actually a renewable resource. You will and you can and you will continually make more and more money. Okay, but depending on the value you put in this world is going to dictate how much money that you actually make. But there are these ideas and these thoughts and these thought processes that are put into our own mind that limit us from thinking bigger, from doing more, and from creating more. So I want you to start to think a little bit bigger, not just a little bit bigger, a lot bigger. So right now, say you're a business owner, you're making $100,000 a year right now. That's good. That's awesome. But I want you to think you can make $1 million this next year. But what do you have to do? You got to take certain steps to make this happen. But the first step for you to be able to 10x your business, 10x your revenue, 10x your offers, 10x whatever it is that you're trying to do, is by believing in yourself and thinking bigger, thinking that you're more than what you currently are. Once you start thinking that you're more than you currently are, you're going to start taking the steps necessary to actually grow to that $1 million business, that athlete that went from 1 offer to 20 offers. You just have to believe in yourself. You have to think about thinking bigger. Think bigger. There's so much more out there than you think right now, especially if you grew up in a small town like I did. There's so much more out there. There's way more. Your little town is just a little speck of this world, of this planet. Okay, it's just a little speck. There's so much more out there for you. There's so much opportunity out there, and you can be so much more than you currently are right now. So start thinking about that. Start thinking about thinking bigger. Be bigger, be more, do more. Create a plan for you to become more. That's all I got for you today. Have a great day. I will see you next week.